One of the very extensively discussed and studied stories in the Torah is obviously the story of the Akedas Yitzchak, the sacrifice of Yitzchak, where one day God called upon Avraham Avinu, and God tells him, Kach no es bincho es yachidcho asher ahavto es Yitzchak v'lech lecha al eretz haMoriah. Please take your son, your only son, the one that you love, Yitzchak, v'lech lecha, and go towards the mountain of Moriah, and there you should haleo sham le'olah, you should there offer him as an offering. We know the story. Many dimensions of this story has been discussed, should be discussed. Why all these details in the words, your only son, the one that you love, your Yitzchak, etc. Why is this considered the test for Avraham Avinu, and very little credit or mention is given to Yitzchak, where at the age of 37 he allowed himself to be sacrificed? Doesn't he deserve some credit to this story? And so on. But I would like to focus on one, I think, partially overlooked detail, which to me I think is very fundamental and maybe the whole crux of the issue. The Medrash tells us the following, that it took Avraham Avinu 3 days to get there. Actually, the Pasuk says that it took him 3 days to get there. Vayayim hashlishi. Now, from Hebron to Yerushalayim is no more than about 35 kilometers, 20 odd miles. Why did it take him 3 days? Says he went, Vezrizus, he was with enthusiasm. Should take no more than a day. But, as the Medrash says, there have been many obstacles on the way that slowed him down. One of them was, suddenly, there was a body of water that would not allow Avraham Avinu to continue on his journey. So the Medrash says, what did Avraham Avinu do? He walked. And while he was with his son, and when he was in the water all the way to his nostrils, or to his mouth, he turned around to God his head and said, I'm continuing to walking. And he says to God, you gave me a mission to go. I'm going. Now, whatever's going to happen to me will happen, but I am continuing my way. Now, one asks the question, how is he allowed to do this? What is the meaning that he's saying to God, I'm continuing to go because you told me Lech Lecha I should go? You're endangering your mission. Find a way how to overcome this obstacle. Avraham Avinu must have known how to swim because the halacha is that a father has to teach his son 3 things. Has to teach him Torah, has to teach him a profession, and has to teach him how to swim. Yitzchak is 37, by now he probably taught him already how to swim. So swim. Or take a little branch, float over it. Why just endangering your entire mission by saying stubbornly, I am walking? But I think here he realizes the whole concept. Yaakov realized, and he was very well aware, there is no water between Hebron and Yerushalayim. So this water is not real. It's only a fictitious water to test his resolve in his commitment to his mission. When it's just a test, says Avraham Avinu, you do not pay attention to it. You do not give credence to it. You do not tell a natural process to overcome it. You just ignore it. You just don't pay attention to it. You just tell it, you don't exist. How do you tell it? By your actions. That's what the Torah tells us over here. God says to Avraham Avinu, this is your final test, and has proven that all the previous tests were with a proper intention for serving God. Indeed, when you recognize that all these tests are non-existent, and you affirm clearly the only thing which exists is God and the mission that I have to accomplish, that's the story. That's the message of the Akedas Yitzchak. Can we relate to this? We're having a test. Confined waters, sort of. We're living in a time that we are being constrained and confined and restricted, seemingly, in our mission of going to the mountain. That mountain that Avraham Avinu went to offer his son, that's the mountain of the Beis Hamikdash. That's the holy mountain. We have that mission to go to that mountain to make sure that everybody joins us in this march and everybody is participating in this mission and we're receiving the Beis Hamikdash. So Avraham Avinu tells us, yes, you have a test. An invisible test. He had a visible, non-existent water. We have an invisible test. So we can either buckle under this test or continue on our mission. By spreading the good news, by telling the world, we are on the way. We are getting there. We just need to hold on, do what we're supposed to, another mitzvah, and we will reach it imminently.